What's up guys, and welcome to my 7th episode in the bossing series. Today we'll be taking down the game's most challenging, rewarding, and powerful boss in the game. It's none other than, of course, the Demon Prince. Quick note, if you haven't seen the previous guides in the series, go check them out. The Demon Prince is the first multi-combat boss to come to Damascus. He's twice the size of our characters, surrounded by demonic lieutenants, and packs enough punch to one-shot the strongest players on the server. This video is going to have a lot of details, so grab a pen and paper and get ready to learn. First off, the Demon Prince is located on an island north of Cactorio called Twin Peaks. You will need a guildwork level of 55 to access this island and fight the Demon Prince. Once at Twin Peaks, you're going to need to assemble a team. This boss cannot be completed solo, and I recommend a minimum of 4 players. The best way to form a team at the moment is to reach out to people in the Discord's general chat. I recommend players have a minimum of 80 plus combats, 85 plus HP, and the following melee gear setup. I know this gear is close to max, but if you want to get away with worse gear, you're going to have to bring more players into your party. If you do have more than 4 players, feel free to explore other DPS options that aren't melee. At the moment, since melee does the most DPS, it's the best to use when you're limited with the number of people in your party. If you do choose to go with 4 players, those 4 players need to be geared to the teeth and pretty experienced with the boss. Once one person drops in a 4-man team, the other 3 players get pummeled pretty much instantly. To some community members, a 4-man plus team may seem like overkill, but having really comfortable trips makes a lot of difference to much of the community. Build a team based around how you want loot distributed and how much effort you want to put in. In the bossing area, you're going to find 4 different enemies, the Demon Prince as well as his 3 lieutenant bodyguards. Each lieutenant uses one of the attack styles exclusively, and they're no joke when it comes to damage output. Before the boss fight begins, I usually designate one person to be the tank for the Demon Prince. Usually this is whoever has the most food at the moment. The other 3 members of the team are going to focus on the lieutenants. When the boss fight begins, I usually have whoever is tanking the Demon Prince do a countdown, then attack the boss. The other 3 members of the team need to tag their lieutenant demons at about the same time, or all 4 enemies will pile the first person who starts the encounter. This means if the tank is doing a countdown, and someone clicks a lieutenant before the tank actually pulls aggro, all the mobs will pile whoever attacked the lieutenant first and kill him pretty much instantly. Each lieutenant can hit up to about a 40, and the Demon Prince can hit for 69s. Getting stacked for a 99 is super possible, and it happens very often when you make mistakes. If it's your job to attack the melee lieutenant, and you're late to attack him, you will be chasing the melee lieutenant as he chases the main tank. You can consider bringing a long-ranged weapon or one psychic spell, so that way you can pull him off in the event that you mess up your timing. Once the boss fight begins, everyone on the team will basically be in 4 1v1 situations. Help your teammates beat their lieutenants before going over to support the main tank. If you want, the main tank can actually run in circles and not take any damage while the rest of the team deals with the lieutenants. If you are the main tank, you need food and potions or it's simply not possible to survive his onslaught. Combo a food potion when you're hit for a 60 plus, and keep in mind that you're always 2 hits away from waking up in Split City. If you're tanking and run out of food, just take a step away from the prince. He will swap aggro to another player. Likewise, if you see a teammate about to get stomped, you can always right-click and walk under the Demon Prince to have him target you instead. Be mindful of where you stand, and try to keep the tank's tile clear of multiple health bars. Overall, the Demon Prince has 3500 HP, and the effectiveness of your kills and profit per trip have so many variables like luck, teammates, gear, loot split methods, and more. Although I don't have the exact values, this boss is definitely the most GP per hour in non-rare drops. Speaking of drops, the person with the most damage will get the loot, so make sure you talk about how you want loot distributed before you start your trips. Demon Prince has a fantastic drop table, all the common drops are great. It's important to note that lieutenants also have good drop tables and a very slim chance of dropping the much sought demonic weapons. The demonic crossbow, staff, and scimitar are current best in slots, and they're so strong that it's silly. To use a demonic weapon, you will need to fuel them with demonic shards. These are mineable resources at Twin Peaks, available at level 80 mining, and each weapon consumes 1 shard per successful hit. The last thing that I'll mention is that dying is super common at this boss, so just teleport to Smuggler's Den and run over when it happens. Before we wrap up the video, I'll go ahead and jump into one full live kill so you guys can see how it's done. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. So right now they're just gonna 1v1 their demons.
Oh yeah, wait, I don't have auto attack on.
And I'm just gonna be running around. And as they finish up their demon kills, they're gonna come and help me out. And so I'll just drag them over here. And in this situation, it's not a big deal that some people aren't melee. Ooh, I actually could have died right there.
Yeah, for sure, man. If you want me to swoop, just tell me.
Yeah, swoop at any time you see me go super low, because then I can show that in the thing as, you know, what we're doing.
Good.
And boom, just like that. By him going underneath, he was able to pull aggro from it. And then whenever you don't want aggro, feel free to just hop off, and then I think you should come back to me.
That's good.
Yep, yep.
I'll just do it now, just to show it for the video then.
Go ahead, yep, yep. And that switches aggro. So it's pretty simple in that sense. And the more people you have in the trips, the easier it is to do more kills. And just like that, he can pull aggro yet again. You can see how different people take over aggro like that. Ah, chef's kiss, it's beautiful. And of course, Pepper joins in on the fun. And we got Sideward Logs. Boys.
That's all, folks.
Yeah, that's what I needed. I appreciate that. If you've made it this far in the video, then thanks for watching. At this point in time, I've covered all the existing bosses in the game, and I'll revisit making Damascus videos as new content is introduced. Thank you, and good luck bossing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Abe, you weren't off, that's why.
Oh shit, here I go.
He's almost dead, he's almost dead. It's the most I've died in a single run.
Oh,
Dude, another demonic simmer!